Earlier this week, a North Carolina police officer shot and killed a deaf-mute man.
And the shooting has renewed talks about how to interact with officers, especially for those with disabilities. So Melanie Dawson sat down with our crime and safety analyst to talk about what to do.
All right, Gil, we appreciate you coming in to talk about this subject. A lot of people are talking about this. You know, the brother in this particular case, he says that he feels like maybe the police officers didn't understand and there could have been some type of misunderstanding, and maybe that's why his brother was shot. There are no details as to what happened when he got out the car and the interaction that he had with the officer. What are officers trained as far as dealing with someone who's deaf?
Police officers do receive training on how to deal with people who are deaf or have other disabilities. That's sort of like an online training. And it goes into detail about, because they use their hands more often and, a lot more frequently, and for gesturing and for reaching for things because they can't speak. So they do receive this type of training. I would suggest that, especially if someone is deaf is pulled over, if they just had something written out on a piece of paper in their car, they can just hold it up to the window, not get out of the car, but hold it to the window saying, "I'm deaf." Now the police officer knows he has to deal with this person completely differently. And I think it's a good idea for deaf people to have this also in case it's just a regular citizen who might be mad at the fact that they may have cut them off and didn't hear their horn. They can hold it up, because if someone sees that, then they're going to calm down, because people are very sympathetic to people with disabilities.
Yeah, you hope. Yes. People are sympathetic to people in general, but we don't always see
Right.
that. I want to talk about this happened in North Carolina, that the law enforcement is trained. It's in their manual as far as what they are taught when they encounter someone who is using their hands. So this is what it says, that the basic law enforcement training manual provides clues on determining deafness, warning troopers to watch people's hands, that if the person doesn't seem to be responding and then they're using their hands, they're not alert though to noises or sounds, it may warn the officer that this person could be deaf, because they have had instances where an officer then shot and killed someone who was deaf. So they are trained in North Carolina specifically to know that, that just because they're using their hands, that doesn't make them a threat particularly.
Right. Now, like you said before, we really don't know what happened in this particular situation. So I really can't comment on that, because we really don't have the details of that case yet. But if someone does the sign like this saying, "I'm deaf," that lets people know that the person is hearing impaired, that they can't speak. Now, this is something that's very important, because right now, about 9–10% of the population is either deaf or hearing impaired. And as baby boomers age, that number is going to be going up. Right. So it's very important for people to understand how to communicate. But like I said,
on both sides of the table,
both sides.
Yeah.
So once an officer sees someone and they notice they're not communicating verbally and they're using their hands, that would let them know that this person's deaf, and they usually will back up a little bit and approach them differently.
And then you also mentioned some resources that are out there really just to help the whole population.
Right. If a police officer needs to communicate with someone who is deaf, what they'll do is they have 24 hours, they have a service that the dispatchers can call, someone who is impartial, who can come out and help communicate for the deaf person. Also, there are people on the sheriff's office, like my last supervisor, Sergeant McNeely. She did sign language, so sometimes they would call her in. So dispatchers have a list of people that have different talents, speaking foreign languages, sign languages, that can come in and that's to communicate for them if they need them.
And that's, of course, after that initial interaction. And
Right.
Gil, we appreciate you coming in. Certainly something to consider as we do wait for the dash cam video that they are expected to release, so that we kind of do know what happens afterwards. Back to you guys.
Our 5.